Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a sketch challenge using the January 2017 hip kits, and I am loving this sketch. It was so fun and I couldn't wait to jump into this. So here are some of the products I'm going to be using, and this is the sketch, and I was like, this is very minimal, but you could totally dress this up to the way you would like it, and that's what I like doing with these sketches. So here I'm just showing you what I'm going to be using. I'm going to use some vellum, some of the pink Paislee Moonstruck paper, and just some white cardstock. Hard to believe that this is like the only paper I use, but it is the only paper I use. So I use a lot of embellishing and stickers in this layout, so that really dressed it up for me. So I could have done this on my silhouette, but I just had this on my desk. I have like a little container with that lid on there, and I just circled around it with my white pen just so I could see where my marks are. It's just like a white gel pen, so that made it easy for me to see like where to cut. If you want a more perfect circle, a silhouette or a cricket probably would be best, but I wasn't too worried about it being perfect. So I go in here and I'm going to cut this out the best that I can, trying to get it as even and straight, not too wonky looking. But I love this paper. I love the front and the back, because the back is that watercolored pink and oranges, and I just think that's really pretty, and you don't have to do a lot any more to the background if you have a background that looks like that. And then this one, I just like dark colors. I'm more of a, I guess, dark toned person. I like the blues and the greens, and so I really enjoy dark colors. I'm sorry if you hear a lot of noise. It's the weekend, so of course my husband and my kids are going everywhere, so sorry if you hear some background noise, but that's that. So okay, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna put some dots, or just some punches in the moon shape, because the moon has like craters in it, and I thought maybe it'd look cool if I just put some like holes everywhere. And I don't know if it really made a difference, but in my head it made sense. So I just tried it out and I think it looked okay. So again, I'm going to go around here and I'm going to trace, or just mark, like I'm going to put this vellum behind this circle, and that's going to give those circles a more like moon-like look. So when I was going into this layout, I just thought of a moon. I don't know why, and I thought about this paper, and I don't know. I just thought I would just go with it and see where it takes me, and I just love how this turned out. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to mark where I'm going to lay all my circles, and then I'm going to go in with this Shimmers product, and I think it's called Smoke. I could be totally wrong. I cannot remember, but it was in one of our hip kits. I don't know if it was this month or last month. I think it was last month. But I love this because it looks like, it's like shimmery when it dries, and I don't know, I just love how it looks so like, oh, mystic, or like you could say romantic, or you know, I just like the way the colors mixed with this moon paper that I have going on. So I think all the colors kind of looked good together. So I lay that down, and I thought maybe I need a little bit, I thought when it dried it wouldn't look as dark as it would. So I went in with my watercolors and I just used white and black, and I mixed it together to give me this gray color. And it was like the same color but just like a little bit darker, so it worked perfect. And I just love that I did that because I wanted it to stand out a little bit, and I wanted to look like the moon was letting off like the stardust, you know, just like this whimsical, just mystic looking thing. So I just love how that turned out. And I go back in and I add some more later. I don't know if I show you that, but I do. I go in and I add some more at the bottom left down there for the other circle, and then here I am going in with some more for the bottom of the moon. So I just love it. I like how it turned out. That's my picture that I'm going to be using. And then these little cork things are American Crafts, and they're from the One Canoe 2, I think that's what it's called, or Hazelwood. I'm not sure what the line's called, but it's the new American Crafts line. So they're really cool and they're really fun, and I want to incorporate those clouds. Okay, so this, I'm going to go in and I'm going to sew around my moon, and I'm going in with some pink thread, and I just want it to pop a little. And so there I'm showing you, I'm taking my needle and I'm making some more little holes, because the moon has craters that are all different sizes, and I thought, okay, I'm going to make big holes, I'm going to make some small holes. So I really like how that turned out. Okay, and then I put my vellum behind there, and I like how that's looking, and it came together really good. And I feel like when I sewed my moon, it like gave it some more texture, and it made it more like it's thicker now. I don't know, it just feels more like of a solid piece, and it's not so flimsy. So I really like how it turned out. Okay, I'm going to pop it up on some pop dots, some stuff I had left over. And surprisingly, this is when I would go in with my thread, just to give it a more whimsical look, but I decided not to do thread. So I'm very surprised with myself, because I've been using thread on like every layout. So I was very surprised that I did not do that. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that this is what I want to do. I want to lay it right there and bring it down just a little bit more. And then my photo. And then there's those clouds again. I love these clouds, and I had a hard time placing them in a certain spot that I wanted. But I ended up, you'll see at the end, you know, I changed it up a little, so. And I love that little moon up top there, and it says Moonlight Memories. I just love those colors too, the greens and the blues. Okay, so I'm going to go with these butterflies, and those are from American Crafts too. And it's from the Hazelwood One Canoe 2 line, and these are amazing, you guys. Like, they go down the paper so easily, and they make such an impression on your page, because they're just so colorful, and it just looks so realistic. So if I had like a couple more packages of those, I would not be mad at myself for buying those, because they are amazing, and you can use them like all year round. Who doesn't love a good butterfly? So okay, so I add a couple more of those. And you'll see my cloud is down below the picture there. I moved that up. So that's when I said I moved my clouds around a little bit. But I definitely wanted to use those clouds, because who doesn't love clouds, sunshine, butterflies, and, you know, rain. I love that kind of stuff when it comes to scrapbooking. So, okay, I'm going to layer up my photos, or my photo. And I'm going to use a lot of the ephemera pieces that are in the pink Paislee, now I'm drawing a blank, Moonstruck, I think that's what it's called. Oh my gosh. I'm going to use a lot of the ephemera pieces, because I won't use a lot of those on a lot of my layouts, because a lot of times I find them to be too big to work with. So when I layer them up behind my photo, I'm still using it, and I'm incorporating different colors. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that. And I'm not really good about layering up the back of my photos a lot. So that is like one goal of mine I want to do, is just because I feel like when you layer up the back of your photo, it really like gives it the depth and like the feel of incorporating other things, you know, into just different textures and colors, and I really like the look of it, honestly. So I would like to do more of that with my photos, is just layer them up and, you know, just bring in some more stuff on my layout. Okay, I'm going to glue this down, because I'm going to commit to this. I'm like, okay, this is looking good. I just love this, you guys. I just love how, like, mystic it looks, you know? And I pop up the clouds on some Pop Dots, because they're kind of falling off the edge there. So I put some underneath the clouds. And then I was like, maybe I should go on some more butterflies. I think I get carried away with those things. They're just so fun. So I kind of like tuck them in, so they're not so like in your face. Like, man, she used a lot of butterflies on this layout, but couldn't help myself. They're so pretty. And there I am with some more butterflies, some ephemera pieces. Okay, I love this little circle of the stars, and I was gonna just like leave it as it is, but I end up like covering up. It says Bright Future, I think. I end up covering that up, because I had a hard time coming up with a title, because I was going to say I love you to the moon and back, but I feel like that's kind of like, you know, everyone says that. So I end up coming up with a title, and you'll see this thing, it says amazing. No, I don't use that. I just had it on there because I did want to incorporate some more of the pinks, because I do have pink in the paper and that moon up there, and I wanted to just incorporate some more of that pink, and I do have a pink butterfly going on. So, and then just looking at the sketch, back of the sketch, I have like these strips of papers that I need to put down there at the bottom left, and so I'm going to do that. And just like a little cluster of just strips of paper incorporating all the colors. And then I put them right on top of that, so you don't even see the title that says Bright Future on the circle piece. And so this is where I start struggling with my title. I'm like, what should I do? So I go back and forth, and I kind of go through everything I have just to see. I just wanted something real simple. I didn't want like a big long title, because I felt like I had a lot going up on the upper right. So I felt like something like short and sweet would be great. So you'll see me, I struggle, I keep going back and forth, but eventually I get it. So I like this timeless because I have gold that's underneath my photo. So I want to incorporate some gold at the bottom there, and so I put the timeless, and then I put timeless love. And then I have this butterfly that's from it's like that cork stuff. And then I had like this, I don't know what you call it, like a compass thing I put down there. It's a little ephemera piece. So it says Timeless Love, and I just pop those up on some pop dots, and that's pretty much my title, which I feel like is not a lot, a lot of people don't say Timeless Love, but I thought it was really cute. So, and I just love how it wasn't too big of a title, but it had meaning behind it. So I just love it. I love this layout. I feel like it came together really well, and I'm just excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me comments below if you have questions, or you just want to leave me some love. That'd be great. Head over to the Facebook Hip Kit Club Facebook forum, and you guys can join along with these sketch challenges, or just upload whatever you're making with your kits. And then if you'd like to know more about these kits and where you can find them, I'll leave the link below. And you guys can find me on Instagram, my blog, and Facebook. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And I have close-ups coming up, so stay tuned. Alright, bye!